Hey everyone, it's Laura. So I signed up to become a Thermomix consultant. So I just got my package and opening it up. So I'm going to do an open box here and check it out. So the first thing they do is they have some safety instructions here, what to do and what not to do. Take care of that later. And first thing we see, we open this, it's a cover for the steamer. And this is the tray for the steamers. So move that aside. And then this is the spatula that's used for stirring. It has soft end here and then a little stopper here so that it doesn't reach the blade. This is good for like making butter or ice cream, stuff like that. This is the top cover, the lid for the Thermomix. It does have a measuring thing on one end. Let me take this box out. Instruction manual for the TM6, which is the most recent model to date. Take this out. And then this is what I've been waiting for, the Thermomix. It's packaged pretty well. Oh, and these are the blue handles. So I'm going to take this out and unwrap everything and let's have a look. All right, so it's taking a few minutes to initialize, but basically this is the TM6 model. It's the latest edition. And this screen basically has access to about 90,000 recipes worldwide for Thermomix on their website called Cookadoo. And what you can do is if you find a recipe you like, you go onto the screen, and it's very cool. Once you select the recipe that you like, the instructions come step by step of what to do. So it's basically really difficult to mess up, and it performs all the processing functions based on that recipe online. You can also do manual mode if you don't want to follow a recipe as well. So it's taking a few minutes to initialize, but what comes with the whole system is you have this basket looking thing, and that's for steaming. And this, when you're finished steaming, this kind of drains it over here. And also you have this splatter guard for when you're frying stuff, I believe. You can put it right in here. And this lid, this is a lid that you put on, and it's also serves as a measuring cup over here. You can see here it's 50 milliliters and 100 mils. There's some lines here, but then you enter it, you can insert it in like this. And when you need to use the lid, you can. So right now it's taking a few minutes to initialize. You can see we're almost done. And then it's going to ask me to connect to the Wi-Fi, which I will do. I'm going to give this, before I start cooking anything, I'm going to give everything a good rinse. It's very important to note that this has a very sensitive balance. So you do not want to drag your Thermomix across the counter. Oh, it looks like we're done. What you want to do instead is you lift by the handle and lift by this part, and you can lift it up, but you never want to drag it because the balance is extremely sensitive. So now it looks like it has initialized. This cord over here, you can expand back, you can contract back and forth over here. And so far it looks very sleek. It's actually going to, if you take a look at my kitchen, we have the Ninja Foodie here, that's staying, but then this KitchenAid, which I've used for more than 10 years, we'll probably sell that or put it in the basement or something, because the Thermomix is going to replace that KitchenAid. It's going to replace a lot of things, and I'm going to put the Thermomix in that place. It does fit underneath the counter. I love the design of it, the sleek look. This can do basically 20 different functions. It can puree, it can do whipped cream, it can make ice cream. You have these handles here. These handles retract, they basically open up so that you can lift this handle up when you want to. But first we're going to go ahead and choose our language. So it's going to be English. Okay, and then choose next, United States, next, search for network. And then I'm going to go, obviously I'm going to connect to the network, and then I'll come back. So before you get your Thermomix, you could register for a Cookadoo website to access the recipes, and it will link your saved recipes onto your Cookadoo account. And so I'm going to enter my email and password and then go on to the next step. Okay, so now that I entered my login information, it's just giving some specific instructions about what to do and what not to do. And so it says only insert the measuring cup and serving basket is already being used in the mixing bowl. So yeah, if you just follow it step by step, it tells you what to do. Hit next, hit next. And then anytime you need to stop anything, you just press this and it'll stop the process. So that's like your emergency stop. And you can actually use this to fry, but you want to use this splash guard over here, which is what it's saying. So that's good. It tells you not to obviously put it near a heat source because it could catch fire. Yeah, you definitely don't want to. This can go up to a very high temperature, so you just want to make sure you're safe with it. And it gives you the safety, like the line of what you can go to. It says it right here. Actually, where is the line? Let's see. Saying, okay, you probably have to take this out. So once you take it out, okay. And there's a sharp blade inside. So you have to unlock that. Read all the instructions. So here's the instruction manuals. This is the whisk attachment. This is the splash guard. This is for the steaming. And this is a spatula. So there's not a whole lot of accessories, but it's enough to get you started. It's going to go next. So while this is loading, I'm going to go ahead and check out the manual and be right back. So basically I had to restart the Thermomix and it's downloading a software update. And so I have 1 minute remaining on here. So I powered it on, it's doing an update. So Cookie Dough Access is basically, it's a website where all the Thermomix recipes are there. You do not need to sign up for a Cookie Dough website. The first 6 months are free. Then after that, it's $55 a year for membership. There are two modes of option on your Thermomix. It is manual and guided. The guided mode is basically, it connects to the Cookie Dough recipes and, oh, it's taking 10 to 15 minutes to initialize. Okay. So, but basically what's happening is that if you can use the guided version of this, but with the guided version, it will actually adjust the processing automatically based on the recipe on the Cookie Dough website. If you do not want to sign up for Cookie Dough, you have the manual option where you can do all your food processing manually. So you can control the speed, the temperature, and the time. And so while this is waiting for 10-15 minutes, I'll go over the blade over here and this mixer. So this mixer right here, you have the blade here. So you want to use a towel, put it upside down, and then this, I only have one hand, but you just twist it like this. This whole thing comes off, and then you can just loosen this part right here. So it's pretty safe to use. And the blade is very sharp. It'll stay sharp for a very long time. I know people that have had it for a few years, and blade hasn't dulled out. All right, so the software update finally took place, and it took about 20 minutes because it is the first time I'm using it. So once that's done, this is the initial setup that you see here. So this is your timer, which you can, again, like I said, you can have two modes, manual or guided with the Cookie Dough website. I logged into my Cookie Dough website, and you can control the timer on here. You can control, so like for example, if I wanted to go for 10 seconds and do a speed of like 2, 2.5, 2. This will close up. This automatically closes up, and you can hear it. It is grinding for 10 seconds. It's almost done. It's going to stop after. Oh, and it makes pretty little music after it's done, and then it unlocks. So yeah, so you don't have to use the Cookie Dough website. But, oh my goodness, it's way too happy here. Okay, so the next thing, if you wanted to use your Cookie Dough website, again, it is free for the first 6 months, and then $55 a year. So that's like less than $5 a month, right? And so, but you get access to literally 90,000 recipes worldwide, and it's constantly being updated, as I mentioned. These are the different functionalities here. So it has a balance, right? So it has a scale. So do not drag this thing. Just lift it up here and lift it up here and lift it, but do not drag this. You can weigh stuff, chop stuff. There's the dough mixer turbo, pre-clean, blend, egg boiler, kettle, warm up, thicken, rice cooker, fermentation, slow cooker, sous vide, peeler, grating, and slicing. So it's replacing, okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16, 17, 17 different things here. But again, like I said, you do not need to use the Cookie Dough website. And if you wanted to, for example, to use the Cookie Dough website, just click on home. Go to my recipes, search here. And if I wanted to make ice cream or something here, or cake, for example, cake. Hit search. And blueberry coffee cake, bundt cake, raspberry almond pulp cake, that looks actually pretty good. So if I wanted to do that, it's going to say, all right, we pulled up this recipe, start cooking. This is the part I've been waiting for. You're about to start a new recipe. Quit active one? Yeah, sure. Preheat oven to, so it reminds you to heat your oven. So that's good. Generously grease 8 individual tartlet pans. Butter them, set aside. Okay, then it's telling you to put unsalted butter. It has the tier here, so it's already, so you have to take this off the lid, right? You're going to tier it, right, to 0. Then you're going to put your 4 ounces of butter in. It'll automatically measure it. Insert the measuring cup with the lid. Just put it back. I'm not going to make the recipe right now, but this is just to give you an idea. And then it automatically gives you the time, the temperature, and then it says select to speed 1. So again, like I said, all of this stuff, if you use the Cookie Dough website, it'll tell you step by step. Has over 90,000 recipes worldwide. And yeah, so like I said, everything here, the instruction manuals here, everything you would ever want is in this machine. So I'm very excited to try out new recipes. Thanks for watching. In the next video, stay tuned for me trying my first recipe. Can't wait to share it with you guys and let you know how it comes out. Thanks. Bye.